And we're back here in episode Don Testapod, me and Getz and Will, like always.
Yo.
So let's get right into the news. First thing first, XFL football is coming back 2022. You guys' thoughts about it?
Don't care. I really don't care. I never watched it. It was never good.
I watched one kickoff, and that was it of an XFL game. Because someone said they did it differently than the NFL, and I watched some of it, and that was the only time I've seen anything from an XFL game.
Their kickoffs aren't even a bad idea.
Manny, what do you think about the XFL coming back?
I think it gives more opportunity for football players to make to the NFL some chances. Like you saw some players from the XFL getting signed to the NFL, like players like PJ Walker from the Carolina Panthers. He came from the XFL. Him getting another chance. A wide receiver who's also on the Panthers getting a chance from the XFL.
So the Panthers though. They went to the Panthers and no other team. Panthers are definitely good this year though.
Those are the two best players in the XFL that came from So remember PJ Walker from Temple, and that he did a crazy he got tackled and he still threw the touchdown. So that's the only thing.
It might have been because I think the Panthers coach was the head coach of Temple back then too. I know he was head coach of Temple at some point.
Yeah. But let's talk about a little college football going on. So you guys got a little thoughts about any college football?
I got a thought about college football.
What?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State? What about undefeated? Wow. I didn't hear about that. So only undefeated team in the Big 12. Oklahoma's overrated. Baylor's overrated. Texas is overrated. Guess who's not overrated?
Oklahoma. Kansas State.
Kansas State's not overrated with Will Howard getting them.
They had one scrubby loss to start the season. They're actually quite a good team.
Downingtown.
Yeah, but when they play Oklahoma State, they're going to get demolished.
I'm not sure about that.
Oklahoma State might have to ride with them on a bet this week.
I'm taking Kansas State when they go up against Oklahoma State. That'll be a game.
Ooh.
Give me Kansas State and plus the points, and they'll cover.
Oh, Will Howard.
Yeah, Kansas State loses their starting quarterback. He's out for the year now, so all indications are that Will Howard will start every single year of his college football career.
And then one thing that you see a lot of teams from the Big 12, like teams like Texas and Oklahoma, losing to unranked schools going there. I'm pretty sure they're both unranked now.
So many upsets.
Mm-hmm.
LSU lost again, their second loss this season.
Who else? Miami lost to Clemson.
I mean, that's not an upset.
Not really upset.
That's just a different league.
I thought it'd be a closer game because they're both ranked, but
it's just a different league. Like you have 3 teams that can actually win the national championship, and then everybody else.
Oklahoma State's one of those 3 teams.
We'll have to see when they. I was thinking Ohio State, Alabama,
Oklahoma State.
No. And Clemson.
And Oklahoma State, but
what am I listening to?
You're listening to the truth. The truth. So let's get to some NFL. So
Also, we missed 2 weeks. So the week before that was Georgia versus Auburn, and Georgia completely smacked them.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and now Georgia has Alabama coming up this week. I think 2 undefeated teams. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Guess who else is undefeated?
Oklahoma State. Manny, I'm riding with Oklahoma State.
We'll see.
We like them on some of the locks, bro. I'm just saying. But they're not even on FanDuel yet. So
we don't know who they're playing.
And also, we're doing this without our starting quarterback too. Out.
Who are they playing this week, Manny?
I know the Baylor game got moved to December, but I'm pretty sure they're playing. Oh yeah. They were supposed to play Baylor this week, so
canceled.
Bye week.
So no bye week. I got a feeling that's gonna hurt us a lot with our momentum of a 3-game winning streak. So We play Iowa State October 24th.
Okay, easy money.
Next
Then,
step.
then Texas, easy. Kansas
The fact
State,
that October
easy.
24th is
Oklahoma,
next Saturday already is scaring me.
Oklahoma, easy. Texas Tech. So I'm seeing that we're going 12-0. 12-0. I like it. I like it. And we're currently ranked 7th in the top in the college football rankings. But this really thing that surprised me the most is Iowa State and Kansas State both being ranked. Never thought that was going to be happening, but
You know what it
you
is.
guys have like, you guys think like some teams like in the Big Ten are getting ranked so high, but they haven't played a game yet. You think they're going to stay up there with their rankings or no?
Yeah, because they deserve it. Because teams like Ohio State, they just are better.
Okay.
Then Oklahoma State.
Guess who's ranked higher than Penn State?
Yeah, well, Penn State also hasn't played a game, so
You see this, guys? Penn State is ranked lower than Oklahoma State.
they haven't played a game.
They're 0-0.
Yeah, but let's talk about NFL football. Marlon Humphrey got re-signed for a 5-year, $98 million contract. You guys thoughts about that?
Does he play for the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I'm not mixing guys up here. Good for him. Good for him, I guess. Doesn't really matter too much to me.
That defense is outstanding this year, and it just
Were they outstanding against the Chiefs?
no. How about the Bengals though?
Yeah, okay, the Bengals, nice.
They've put up a lot of points themselves, the defense, versus not bad teams. I think. Hold on, they've played a few teams that are questionable, but then they've played.
I think the problem with the Chiefs was Lamar Jackson cannot play from behind. Because once they get behind, he actually has to throw the ball. And that's where the problem comes. It's why they lose. That he's 0-6 when he's been trailing in halftime. So it's just that's his big problem. If he's forced to throw, they're not going to win games.
Yeah. But another news. So this happened like last week when we were supposed to record, but last week, Texans players, aka JJ Watt, got in the fight with former head coach / GM Bill O'Brien, and later on, Bill O'Brien got fired from having a 0-4 start. You guys thoughts for that?
He's already run the football team into the ground, so it's going to be a long recovery for them.
Yeah, they lost. He traded away Jadeveon Clowney and who else? DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, he was a terrible coach. Ruined that team. Ruined the best thing they had. Their main offensive weapon.
Yeah.
For David Johnson.
Yeah, trade away D-Hop just because he had beef with him. That's not a good luck.
That seems like the kind of Bill O'Brien thing. Like he didn't get along with people, and he was like, I'm gonna get rid of D-Hop because I'm not getting along with them. Or like he just seemed to not really have his locker room in check. But you know what's crazy? You know, they're up to – just think of, like, the alternate universes here. They're up 24-0 in the divisional round last year against the Chiefs. And at some point, I don't know if it was exactly when it was 24-0, he goes for the fake punt, and they come up, like, a yard short. Like, this all has contributed to his downfall. You know, if he makes the play and they hold on to win that game, I wonder where the Texans are now.
New coach without Bill O'Brien? Want to know? Mm-hmm. But it's the Jags, so I'm not going to say anything too crazy.
Yeah. But other coaches got fired is Dan Quill, the Falcons, having an 0-5 start, and general manager Thomas, not trying to pronounce that last name, Dimitroff.
So, yeah, since he lost the Super Bowl, like he really hasn't had that team. I don't know. They had a really poor start last year too, right? They went like 1-7 to start the season or something like
But
that.
they started in
Yeah.
the
And
season.
beat
They
the
started
Eagles.
going
They
on a
started
win streak.
1-1. They beat the Eagles. That was their first win, and then they went. I think they actually went 1-9, and then they won
Yeah,
their
something
last
like
six.
that. Something really bad.
And they started going on a winning streak at the end of the season, but it was already
Crazy.
too late.
And
But-
it's not just that they're losing games; it's the way in which they're losing games. He cannot hold a lead.
No. They should be 2-3 right now.
Yeah.
It's just
Probably still not even good enough for that football team, though. Although they are in a super hard division.
yeah.
But they haven't even played those guys.
After the Super Bowl year, where they blew the 25-point lead,
28-3 lead.
they lost to the Eagles in the divisional round.
Okay,
And
they
then ever since that, it's just been declining harder and way faster. How do you go from Super Bowl 51? You make the Super Bowl. You're the best team in the NFC, clearly. You are 0-5.
MVP Matt Ryan.
0-5. Yes, in a hard division, not the hardest division in the NFC.
No, that would be the NFC East.
Yeah. No, he just Dan Quinn just goes Super Bowl, divisional, garbage. Just like that in a season. It was horrible. So I think good job getting rid of him, but
Probably rebuild coming
Yeah, rebuild.
because they can't compete now. That division is too stacked for the upcoming future. So probably
And-
rebuild coming.
And that team's old too, with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones getting older too.
Yeah.
But speaking of the NFC least, Dak Prescott got injured with a nasty ankle injury.
out for the season.
Yeah.
This is really sad, honestly. And I was watching something on it today, and they were talking about how this year he just had his opportunity to get his contract, and they were like loads of money. It was like 35 mil a year for like a lot of years, and he turned it down because he was still looking for a better contract. So, but now he's franchise tag, he's injured, and who knows if they ever re-sign him. Well, I'm not thinking that way. I'm not thinking about the Eagles. I'm thinking about Dak. It's very sad for him. He was
Yeah.
never better than Carson Wentz, but it's still very upsetting for him.
He wanted a contract before Mahomes got his $500 million, and he didn't get it. So now his expectations from what they were, the rumors I heard, 175 million around, are going to be even higher because he thinks he's so much better.
Not anymore now. We'll see. We'll see if the Cowboys even do re-sign him now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Jerry
really.
Jerry Jones is cutthroat like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was nasty. I was like watching the game, and someone say, "Oh, it looks like a cramp." I'm like, that does not look like a cramp.
Romo said that.
Yeah,
Romo
Ramos.
said it. The best commentator, the best sports announcer, the best NFL announcer said that, which is sad. But
That Cowboys team is really bad anyway. Their defense is literally trash. Their defense is so bad. Their secondary is terrible. They let up so many points every game. A team in the Cowboys that averaged 12 points dropped how much on them yesterday?
say that again.
The Cowboys, the Giants were averaging 12 points a game. How much did they drop on the Cowboys yesterday?
35. The Giants.
Defense is
Daniel
atrocious.
Daniel Jones.
Mike McCarthy is a joke. He's a terrible coach.
He's lucky to be 2-3. Lucky.
Yeah. Lucky.
He barely beat the Falcons, which is why I think they should still be 1-4 because the Falcons should not have blown that lead so quickly. And that
All the Cowboys games I'm looking at, they all come back and then lose by like one.
Yeah.
So,
Even the Browns one, they came back.
hmm And the Seahawks one, they came back.
Yep.
And the Rams, I think they should have won that game, but they call offensive pass interference when Gallup got
They
burnt
could've won
when
that game.
Gallup burned Jalen Ramsey. So
That's why I was saying like that it was they were fine being 1-3 because they got screwed in the Rams game and then got lucky in the Falcons game. So
still feel like the Cowboys is going to win this division because the rest of the division is trash.
I don't think like Andy Dalton will be. I think Andy Dalton will be pretty good in that position.
Yeah.
They don't win the division at all. Eagles, with the injuries, are still better than the Cowboys.
When does the Cowboys and Eagles play?
Eagles have a better roster.
I don't want to see that game. Eagles have a 16-point lead and blow the lead, and
They
then
won't blow it. That's the thing. Doug
Our
Peterson.
defense is better, but our defense is better. Cowboys' offense is better. I think that's pretty clear to say.
The Eagles lead the NFL in sacks this year.
Yeah. Our defense is quite good, actually.
That's crazy, considering they're 1-3-1.
But if you look at the Cowboys' offense, which I kind of feel like is why Dak's numbers are a little inflated, their receiving core, best in the league. Amari Cooper, Gallup, CeeDee Lamb.
yeah.
A beast offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott at running back.
Everyone's been hurt on that line now. Everyone has been. Tyron Smith's out for the season. Their center was hurt this week. I don't know how long he was out for.
Oh, yeah, they were on like a third-string center back, and he fumbled the snap.
I think a lot of offsides calls for him too.
There's a lot going on with the NFC East with Alex Smith getting in the game yesterday.
Oh yeah, let's get to that later. But
We can just get to it now. I mean, we're talking about the NFC East anyway.
yeah.
The NFC East. We're
So
gonna.
Dwayne Haskins got benched over the week, and they first started Kyle Allen. Then he got hurt, and
And
then
he got hurt. Then Alex Smith.
Was it a little unfair to bench Dwayne Haskins? You're gonna bench him after a game versus the Ravens,
yeah,
and
a lot of people didn't like them benching Dwayne Haskins. So like they're saying, how should he succeed when he's on the worst team in the NFL?
right, and you know your team is bad, and you're just throwing him out there, like,
Mm-hmm.
and you bench him after the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, let him at least let him play in the games that are close, you know,
Yeah.
because obviously he's gonna look bad against the Ravens.
Yeah.
Cincinnati with Joe Burrow put up 3 points, right? But I think we could see the Eagles win with 5-10-1. Most definitely the worst record to ever make the playoffs in NFL history.
5-10-1.
Why is they? I'm
That
surprised
means
the football
that
team
means we
put
beat
out.
the Giants.
I'm
We
surprised
beat the Giants 2 times.
Hit the Redskins one more time,
We beat them once.
and one of the Cowboys games. You don't beat anybody out of division.
I bet we could though. So I see 6-9-1 or 7-8-1. At best for the Eagles,
Yeah.
which is going to be better than the Broncos. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But
How about them Broncos?
injuries.
I haven't heard you say that once this year, Manny.
Manny. That's
Well,
brutal.
We were supposed to play the Patriots, but Corona. But this
And-
week, so
And
and
then
Drew Lock is supposed to come back, but at least he'll be more healthy for next week. So
Drew Lock. Will he be the lock to? No,
you mean the key to unlock the Broncos' problems?
he won't.
Yeah, he will.
Nah, it'll be Jeff Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll.
No, what's the other guy's name that started?
Matt Rhea. I think so.
No, it's not. Sure, the kid from Boise State.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was surprised that the football team put out Alex Smith in the game with him basically almost dying last time he played. So he shouldn't be on the football field in the first place. I thought he should just retire.
No, I know. I think he wanted to, obviously, or else he wouldn't,
Yeah.
be on the. He's not on the team for nothing. Every football player has to think like, I could be on the field next man up. But I can only imagine how scared he was. They gave up what, 8 sacks in that game. You know how scared I'd be to be Alex Smith behind that line.
Mm-hmm.
If I get hit, my leg is
Yeah.
snapped again.
Yeah. But he
Like,
came,
good
out
for
there,
him.
he came out there he got sacked 6 times that game. Dang.
That's brutal.
Yeah, but think about it. When he was like playing for them before, they were like he was winning the division
When
too.
he got hurt, they were winning the division.
Mhm.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
They were better than the Eagles. But then he got
They were the best team in the division.
were they like 6-2 at the time?
What
Then
year are
they
we
got
talking?
through-
What year is this? Is this
2 years ago.
we got out to the Saints?
2018. That was the year when the Eagles went against the Saints. So it could have been the football team against the Saints at the time. But Alex Smith got injured, and that's when he drafted Dwayne Haskins.
They went through 3 quarterbacks within a span of a game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately a game.
Oh yeah, who? And I remember last year they had Dwayne Haskins. They traded for the Broncos' old quarterback. Who was he? He used to play for the Vikings too.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, and then another bench quarterback, another like old quarterback. They started those 2 quarterbacks over Dwayne Haskins, and he eventually came in the game.
Manny, I went to a Broncos game in Mile High Stadium once, and Case Keenum was the starting quarterback. It was so bad. They couldn't move the ball, but their defense could still keep them in it with like Von Miller and Chris Harris.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the worst game of football that I've ever watched.
I know.
I think the Broncos had a 2-point. They had a 2-point conversion returned on them on the other side for 2 points. I think.
2-point conversion.
And then
Returned on them.
they decided to trade for Joe Flacco. I was pissed about that.
Black was a beast.
When he was in his prime, he was just an average quarterback. So
It was never good. That defense was all time.
yeah. But what else do we have next? Okay, Patriots and Titans both having Corona games getting canceled, ruining my fantasy teams. But
Cam Newton.
Hopefully, they all can make a speedy recovery. So,
But we can get this season on the road. That's
But-
what I want.
and hopefully Cam Newton comes back and Von Miller comes back. Then we have we can reenact.
Oh. Why didn't he jump on the ball? The ball.
Best Super Bowl I ever saw, in my opinion.
My best Super Bowl was the one where the Broncos got destroyed by the Seahawks. It was never close. It was never.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, that wasn't a good Super Bowl at all. That was boring.
44-8.
Something like
I
that.
remember first play, fumble, returning for a touchdown.
That Panthers team that year that lost to the Broncos in the Super Bowl, that was like one of the most fun teams I've ever watched play.
And then we shut it down.
That's
I remember like watching ESPN before that. Everyone's like saying like, "Yo, Panthers gonna blow out the Broncos. Panthers gonna beat the Broncos. Peyton Manning's old." They benched Peyton. They was talking about how they benched Peyton Manning earlier this season.
Peyton Manning was so bad that year.
Yeah,
He wasn't Peyton Manning.
yeah. They started Brock Osweiler over him for like half the season.
But you know what's crazy? The real best Super Bowl that ever happened. Them.
That was a great one. Also, watching the Patriots come back.
The most entertaining Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's different when your own team's in it. We had never experienced that before.
Yeah, that's a fair argument. But I also like the Super Bowl 51, the 25-point comeback.
Oh my gosh, that was a good Super Bowl.
I was with Getz and Andrew and Cam, and we're all like, oh my god, the Falcons already won the Super Bowl. And then Patriots started scoring, they rallied, and they won it in overtime. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, one Super Bowl I actually like watching was the Eagles Super Bowl when they played against the Patriots. That was really exciting.
Super Bowl as well. It had a lot of historic moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but and then Saints wide receiver got in a fight with some players, and then he got benched for Monday's night game. Or is it Tuesday? Well, one Monday's night game. Michael Thomas.
Oh, Michael. Oh, that's why he's not playing. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Says why?
He got in a fight with one of the players. So
Yo, Micey, did you see that thing? Joey in our fantasy league said Michael Thomas was up for trade.
No, I don't.
Bro, I don't know how to approach that. He said he was in the group chat.
Let me look.
yeah, but you guys thoughts about this?
It's a very bad look. Michael Thomas has been out for a lot of weeks, and now he's sitting for an uninjury related reason. It's just silly.
Yeah.
And the Saints already aren't that good. I don't trust them to win tonight. I'm very scared of them losing tonight.
Justin Herbert, big hands. Ooh,
Big hands, Justin Herbert.
Big hands. 6'6".
Big hands out of
Big.
Oregon. Oh, you guys are so weird about this guy.
But you know who I'm also
Big
weird
good.
about?
He came into the league.
Ooh,
Josh
wow.
Allen.
Josh
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Who said? Who knew?
Who
Josh
they
Allen?
play again this week?
They play Titans on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. They haven't played yet.
I need him to have a big game against Yamo. I need him to have a big game.
Manny, you're down 50.
He can do that. You know, he's got
Yeah.
big hands.
Big hands. I need
bigger
Stephon Diggs dropped 20. Josh Allen dropped 30. And then that's how I win it.
Josh Allen has bigger hands than Justin Herbert even.
Oh, so that means he's a bigger legend than Justin Herbert. You know who doesn't have big hands? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow doesn't have big hands to compete in this league. But speaking of Joe Burrow, AJ Green's frustrated. He's on an interview. He mouthed out, trade me. So you guys think he's actually frustrated or just just rumors?
Yeah, I can see that he's frustrated because T. Higgins is taking his spot. T. Higgins is legit. And Tyler Boyd, too, taking some of his receptions. AJ Green's been not.
Their number one guy right now.
Tyler Boyd?
Yeah, Boyd.
And then T. Higgins might even be their number 2.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is nasty.
Yes.
Yeah. First I looked at this same thing that he's probably frustrated at losing the games, but looking at it now, seeing that T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, 2 younger wide receivers, are taking all his receptions, where he used to be the man back in the day. But I'll see why he'd be frustrated. But I feel like they're not going to trade him away, and probably the team probably won't be desperate enough to trade for him. Maybe the Eagles, because every player is on their team's injured, so no one's going to really look to trade for him. So It's just rumors. But let's do some predictions for Monday's night game that's happening tonight.
Tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Chargers versus Saints. Let's go Saints. I mean, the Saints are favored to win by 7 points. I just feel like the Chargers could do it.
I'm going for the big hands guy. Chargers.
Yeah, I'll go Chargers also.
6'6".
I'll
Big hands.
On Monday Night Football. I'm gonna have to watch this one. This is the coming out party of Josh Herbert. And what are they? 1-3? Yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't have lost last week, but they.
I mean, they had 3 tough losses. I mean, they could have won Carolina on the last play.
Could have won Chiefs.
Yeah, they certainly could have won Chiefs, and they could have won. So they're not a bad football team.
Yeah. But next game, Tuesday night football.
This is terrible. This needs to never happen ever again. Tuesday night football cannot happen.
Tuesday night football. I like the sound of that. Bills versus Titans. We already know the eventual Super Bowl champs are going to go 5-0. So let's go.
One of these teams will go 5-0.
The Bills are going 5-0.
I don't feel as confident about our Bills Super Bowl pick as I did at one point. Like, there's just so many good teams in the way.
I kind of like the Titans in this game. I think Bills get their first loss.
Titans at home. I kind of like I like the Titans too. Give me the Titans. I hate to pick against Josh Allen. Hate to do it, but Mike Vrabel is such a good coach. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. They're not going to let Josh Allen have the ball. They're going to use the clock, time of possession, and they're going to win this game. Low scoring too. Give me the under as well.
Oh, I think that the Bills defense will stop Derrick Henry, and they will get the ball back. Josh Allen, who dropped 30 points for me on fantasy football. Stephon Diggs, who dropped 20, and they outbeat Yama.
I want the Bills. Yeah, if you end up winning this week, I'll give you off my team. I'll give you anyone you want. Just take them.
Okay, we got this. Okay, we need to win this. I need me a second running back. So
it's the only Bills win if it's high scoring. Titans win if it's low scoring. Titans have to run the ball and chew up the clock and not let Josh Allen have the ball.
I just don't see the Bills losing. But if that only way the Bills will lose if they don't get the ball, just keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. So
that's what you got to do.
And then Thursday night, is there a Thursday night game? Doesn't show for me.
There better be a Thursday night game. I live for Thursday night football.
There is definitely a Thursday night game. Actually, it may have gotten moved back because the Chiefs. Yeah, it was the Chiefs. They got moved
back. The Chiefs. They already played on a Thursday before. They played on a Thursday on Monday, and now they're going to play on a Thursday again.
There's no. It was Chiefs versus Bills, and that's a good game. So of course it'd be Thursday night football. I'd rather not watch the Eagles and the 49ers during Sunday night football. Like,
this is stupid.
What would you rather have on?
You know, I honestly appreciate a game like Jaguars Dolphins on a Thursday night.
Okay, well, primetime football on CBS, Jets versus Dolphins, Sunday at 4:05. If you really want to see that game.
I never want to watch the Jets ever again. But like Jaguars Dolphins, I'm always down for a Jaguars Dolphins game.
Best Thursday night game, Broncos versus Jets. Broncos got the dub, so
that game was painful to watch.
How many interceptions were thrown in that game?
I don't know.
It was under 6.
It was terrible.
Yeah, but we would have had Drew Lock out there, throwing some dimes. Because he's the key to unlock the Broncos' problem.
He beat the Jets anyway, so he doesn't gain you a win there. So.
Yeah. So, let's get to some NBA stuff right here. So, who's getting evicted?
Everybody.
The Miami Heat.
The first team that got evicted from this week was the Miami Heat. They put
team to get evicted now. LeBron with his 4th ring, baby.
Okay, so we saw from the finals that Miami surprised us a lot. No one really thought, besides me, that the Miami Heat was going to be doing it as good. So Miami Heat lost in 6. So what's up next for Miami? Because I know Chris Nunn is a free agent this year, and
Kendrick Nunn?
Chris Nunn and Duncan Robinson are both free agents this year. So
you mean Kendrick Nunn?
Oh my gosh, Kendrick Nunn.
Are you confusing Chris Dunn and Kendrick Nunn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. Well, that's weird because he's an undrafted free agent, but he was not that good in the playoffs either. Kendrick Nunn. He was a non-factor in the playoffs.
He played good in Game 5, but yeah, he was not really a factor in the playoffs. But remember, he was also second. Was he second or was he third for a Rookie of the Year? Should have been second, but
something like that. He was in there.
He should have been second, but yeah, second or third for a Rookie of the Year. He played good over the regular season. Reason why he was a key factor for the Miami Heat in the regular season. So you also can say injuries also affected this team a lot, with Bam Adebayo getting injured for Game 2 and 3. Goran Dragic was out since Game 1. So.
Well, they just gotta stick with their team and run it back. I mean, you got to bring back Duncan Robinson.
Maybe add Giannis next year. So
Yo, add Giannis, that would be crazy.
I just see Giannis going to Miami. People say Warriors, but I don't see him in the Warriors. I see him
No. That's soft if he goes to the Warriors. I mean, it's even kind of stupid if he goes to like the Heat already made the finals. I don't know what you're doing, Giannis, but like maybe if
Yeah,
the
it doesn't look like Victor Oladipo's going to leave in the end, so they gotta go after Giannis. So
we'll see.
Next team who got evicted from the Orlando bubble came out with a championship trophy, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, for this is their 17th NBA Finals championship.
Tied for all-time most.
LeBron revives the Lakers, brings them back to past glory. Just think about
four-time.
This team was like 2 short years ago, and they're NBA champions.
Just one player, well, two players changed the whole entire thing.
Well, one player had to come first to change the whole entire thing, and then everything else happened after that.
Mm-hmm. But we'll get to about LeBron's legacy first, but let's talk about the Lakers. What should the Lakers do next? Because we know Warriors are coming in, Nets are coming in, Portland still saw about losing. We got the Rockets with Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
Mavericks gonna have a full year.
We got Mavericks healthy. We got Clippers if they're gonna run it back with their new head coach they're gonna get, and we also got Thunder are gonna be tanking, and Nuggets too. And also we got the Jazz too.
This could be the most competitive NBA season of all time this upcoming season. And the West is so much better than the East next year. That is a fact.
They've always been better, but
the West is going to be crazy next year. I mean, they just got to stick with their guys. They got a good team. Make sure they re-sign everybody. Anthony Davis surely staying. I think him and LeBron are best friends, as you could see yesterday. So yeah, just stick with your guns, and I think we're better than I think we got it.
Yeah, but I feel like they do have to do a lot of trades. They might have to do, like, I'm not gonna say one player out there, but you know what I'm talking about. And then Kyle Kuzma.
Who did they trade? Danny Green?
Yeah, they should trade Danny Green. That contract away. They have he has 1 year left on his contract, so that should be an easy contract to trade away. They should trade Kyle Kuzma away too. Try to get a player that fits.
You just won a championship. Why are you changing it up?
Well, I feel like they need more consistent shooters on the team, and maybe they do need a starting point guard.
Yeah, but this Danny Green story is a little bit overplayed because of recency bias. Because we just saw him play like garbage. But usually,
he played garbage the whole entire season. So
on average, on his career, he's a very good three-point shooter, and he works with LeBron.
Because the Lakers signed Danny Green because his playoffs, doing great in the playoffs. He didn't do good in the regular season or playoffs. So what's the point of keeping him?
Well, you also have to see what you can get for him.
Yeah, but I feel like the Lakers.
Danny Green's a veteran. He's an NBA. He has championship experience in the league, and he's proven that he can do it, unlike a lot of guys.
Well, what's your thoughts about this?
AD?
No, Danny Green.
Danny Green.
Danny Green's a bum.
Should they trade him?
No.
You think
Kyle Kuzma, I'd be fine with trading him for whatever you can get. He regressed so bad.
They should trade for Derrick Rose when they have a chance.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, it's not 2010.
But he played so good for the Pistons this year.
I said that earlier.
So
like Dwight Howard and Rajon Rondo played out of their minds.
Mm-hmm. We saw playoff Rondo out there, and Dwight Howard did so good for the Lakers this regular season.
Thank you, Manny, for hearing me.
Mm-hmm.
This kid didn't earlier for an hour after me.
Calling this Lakers team a super team, Manny. Is this a super team?
No.
No, it's 2 stars and good role players.
Yeah,
great role players.
So they gotta get better role players on the team. Because the role players they signed from free agents didn't work out so well. Like KCP did good in the finals, but Danny Green, the
Man,
person's
I don't know what you're talking about. They just won the NBA championship.
but who's like third for like the salaries on their team? Danny Green's third with their salary, so if he's like the third most paid player on the team, he should play like the third best player. Am I right?
I like how the roster is constructed now. That's all I can say.
I feel like they should just trade for a younger,
I can move on from
more consistent shooter. And also, I feel like they should try to go after for Kendrick Nunn, but I don't see Kendrick Nunn leaving.
I don't see Kendrick Nunn on that team. I wouldn't want Kendrick Nunn if I were them.
Yeah.
I need a certified shooter. Yo, Duncan Robinson to Lakers.
I don't see him leaving Miami. He probably sign back.
Yeah. He probably has his connections are probably too strong in Miami. But everybody has their price. Everybody has their price.
This kid is in my ear. Dude, why would he just go to the team that beat him in the finals? That's on some KD type of stuff.
Yeah, some
He's not the level of player of KD. He's just like a mercenary. He's a role player he could be a good player on a good team.
He's
And
the
why
Black
would-
Tower hero.
It's the same thing mentally though. Like
I know, but he doesn't make that impact. He's not Kevin Durant. I don't think nobody's going to be like, it's not going to have the effect that it will of Kevin Durant as a role player to go unnoticed, really.
Yeah, but let's talk about LeBron's legacy from winning his 4th championship. I know guests want to talk about this a lot, and Yama wants to argue who's the greatest of all time with him, like they always do. But 4-time champion, won finals MVP with 3 different teams. Never happened before. Improved his legacy a lot. People said this final should have been easier to win, but the Miami Heat was a hard team to play, so I'll give him that
You
respect.
only play who's in front of you. LeBron James does not pick his opponents.
Mm-hmm.
5 games, 5 games, 5 games, 6 games, and playoffs over. Championship. This is cemented his legacy even more.
4 down, 2 more to go. Well, 3 more to go.
I mean, not necessarily. He doesn't have to do that. I think his accomplishments and his longevity will speak for itself. You seen a prime go this long? He's still prime. He's still Finals MVP at 35 years old. That is ridiculous.
And we don't know when he's going to stop going like this because it doesn't look like he's slowing down.
He set career highs in some stats this year.
He led the league in assists too.
If anything, he'll just transition his game a little bit more as he gets older. Maybe less scoring and more assists because, he did set a career high and league high in assists this year. And let AD take over a little bit more. I don't even think he might be taking the back seat to him a little bit as he gets older. Those are things that might necessarily need to happen. Yeah. But I think by the end of his career, his longevity will just be too much for Jordan.
Okay, Yama, what's your take on this?
I argued with this kid for an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Literally an hour.
You need your sidekick Connor to help you out?
Right.
Just like you three, you, him, and Andrew, do the same thing.
Nah, Andrew always say something dumb, and then I got out of a hole.
Yeah.
Andrew would be like, I admit that Jordan is better in this, and this.
Oh my bro, why are you admitting that?
Why are you admitting things?
Like every single time I see you guys argue in the group chat, I don't even try to reply because Andrew's digging himself in the hole. So
it's also the same conversation every time. We get the same talking points.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose.
Oh, Manny, you want to hear something funny that I saw today?
Yeah, what?
How much did this finals loss hurt Jimmy Butler's legacy?
He said that to the group chat.
How much did this finals loss hurt Jimmy Butler's legacy?
Yes, I saw that you sent in the group chat.
Oh, okay. So it's possible that losing in the finals is not the worst thing that you can do in the playoffs. You could be Giannis and you could lose in the second round. Or it's possible to also help your legacy with the loss in the finals. you can play so well and still lose and help your legacy.
Does have some points right there. And all the teams that LeBron lost to were like super teams, besides the Mavericks. That's the only finals I credit for about him. That's the only finals I question about him losing. But
Yeah, but since then he's been rock solid. Since then, what? He's missed one NBA Finals.
yeah,
Yeah, remember last year? Last year they were all praying on LeBron's downfall. They're like, "Oh, he didn't make playoffs. He didn't."
Wash King.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home, and he took what's his.
And was they like second in the West, like when LeBron was healthy, and then he got injured?
Fourth.
He missed the
fourth in
playoffs.
West.
Yeah, they were fourth in the West when he got hurt, which is fine enough because that team was not the same team as they had this year. That team was not winning a championship last year.
Then people say they gave up too much for AD, which
Nah, there's nothing that would be too much for AD.
mm-hmm.
Yo, Gets, I'm sorry I've been like half paying attention the podcast, but big move in the fantasy league.
Oh my gosh, no way you pulled off a trade for Michael Thomas and Miles Sanders.
Michael Thomas and Chase Edmonds for James Conner and Devontae Parker.
Bro, you are robbing him blind.
I know.
Confirm that as soon as possible.
I
This
am.
is
am.
robbery.
Dude, I'm going demon.
Dude, why didn't you do this before this week? He's not going to hear this, and by the time Manny uploads this, it will already be tomorrow. And then you can send it to him and be like, this is my live reaction of me scamming you.
Oh, Joey said, wait. Why?
Okay, so let's get right to the next thing. So I saw a little video, so I thought it was kind of cool and interesting. Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan. So people, that Jimmy Butler his mom kicked him off the street. And he was homeless at 13. Didn't really know his father because his father left him at young. But people were coming out with more rumors saying that Jimmy Butler might be related to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So let me pull out this.
I don't doubt that. You saying that, bro? He could be related to Michael Jeffrey
He
Jordan.
does look like Michael Jordan too.
Michael Jordan, he was a little gambler. He was a little drinker, maybe had a hookup in Chicago because that's where Jimmy Butler's from, right?
Okay, so Michael Jordan had a child. Jordan did not want that child, didn't want to claim the child in 1988 when Jimmy Butler was born. So in fear of destroying his marriage, the child took on mother's name of Butler. It was before he paid mother off so he would not tarnish his public image and legacy and role model figure. After 13 years, mother kicked out child out of household because payment stops, reports from Anonymous. So, Jordan was kicked, and it was reported that Jordan snuck in to the hospital and gave the mother 23 roses for, number 23. And then people
I would not doubt that. That is an amazing story. Coincidences do add up.
And Jimmy Butler was born in Houston. They play a game in Houston, but it was in December.
We could still do this. We could DNA check this.
It was in February. So, but he was born in December. I'm pretty sure he was born in December. So we got to think about 9 months later. No, he was born in April, 9 months later. So the closest city to Houston is Dallas, which they play 9 months ago from April.
Oh, Jimmy Butler's from Houston?
Mm-hmm. So Jimmy Butler, and they had a 3-game break from Dallas game. So Michael Jordan could have drove over to Houston and got busy.
Can we DNA check this, please, on the You Are the Father show? Michael Jordan, you are the father of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts about this?
It's true. I'm going to start saying it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't listening again. It's good.
The only news that you need to know, Micey, is that Michael Jordan is Jimmy Butler's dad, confirmed. It all adds up too well.
And look at this. Look at this photo.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
They look alike. If you guys want to watch the video, you guys can go check out Mike Zimmer's video. That's where I got all this from. Not trying to promote anything, but give him credit.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer, he's good. He's got good content.
So yeah. So let's talk about the Sixers. Doc Rivers got signed as the new Sixers head coach. Yamo, what's your thoughts about this?
Okay. See, we already have a good team to make the playoffs, obviously, in the East. But getting further into the playoffs is not really Brett Brown's thing. But Doc Rivers, he hasn't gotten to the conference finals, but
he has a ring with the Celtics.
With the Clippers, he hasn't gotten to the conference.
Yeah. With the Clippers, his playoff record is quite spotty.
But it's the Clippers are cursed.
But that might be. We just need I think we just need more, one or two more pieces, one better shooter, and then another decent piece, because Al Horford is not really cutting it for the Sixers.
Yeah,
so.
I think you guys need I think you guys need a lot of roster changes. I don't think any coach is going to win with this squad.
I heard a rumor. Ben Simmons getting traded for the number 1 pick overall to take LaMelo Ball. So
that would be earth-shattering.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. But I don't know about that.
I don't like that trade.
It's unproven.
I don't like that trade at all. Trading for LaMelo Ball, and what if he's not good that people think he's going to be, and then you just trade away your franchise point guard away for a bus.
Yeah, he's at least an all-star level point guard, and I wouldn't trade him for an unproven number 1.
If they would do it, the only team that seems interested in Ben Simmons is the Cavaliers, and Colin Sexton can be on.
He could be that guy for the Sixers.
Every single time I think about it more, Colin Sexton and Joel Embiid can be a great duo. And they actually have a shooting guard too. Shooting point guard, you know what I mean, but. And then trade away Al Horford away. I heard a lot of people saying Al Horford for Buddy Hield. And Buddy Hield has been getting arguments with his head coach, Luke Walton. We'll talk about the Kings later. But we can see some bright changes to the Sixers, and then they can stop getting some hate from me. So,
hey, they can have their ring now that LeBron's got his in LA. Okay, I don't mind if the Sixers are up next. That's fine.
Yeah. And then I also heard this rumor about the Thunder drafting R.J. Hampton with their pick, and every time I'm thinking about it, I like it more because R.J. Hampton, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I don't know. He did the same thing as LaMelo, but getting none of the hype.
Yeah, he didn't do as good in overseas too as LaMelo.
Yeah, and we don't know Australian basketball, how the results have been. So
yeah,
I'd rather, if I was the Thunder, take somebody proven out of college and stuff, not take another New Balance intern like Darius Baisley or whatever.
Oh my god,
that was the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen.
I heard Darius Baisley. I wanted Brandon Clark, but no, they say Darius Baisley. I'm like, oh my gosh. I really wanted Brandon Clark. And then I saw him doing that good for the Grizzlies. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is getting me mad. We could have took Brandon Clark, but no, we decided, Darius Baisley, he's up next. Hopefully he will be up next, but not looking good so far. With them picking Terrence Ferguson, who also came from New Zealand. So picking players who didn't go to college, not looking good for the Thunder. So maybe should go for. Arizona shooting guard. I forgot his name, but I like him a lot too. He's an athletic shooting guard who can play defense too. In which we're going to move Shea Gilgeous-Alexander back. Hopefully, we're going to move Shea back to point guard because if we're trading away Chris Paul, but I'm assuming. So, Alvin Gentry got signed on the coaching staff for the Kings. I thought he would be a good head coach for any team. I kind of wanted him for the Thunder, but I really want Kenny Atkins more for the Thunder. But
But you're going to get Brett Brown, so.
Yeah. No, Brett Brown.
I mean, you guys are clearly going through a rebuild. I think you need Brett Brown.
Nets went through a rebuild. They had Kenny Atkins, so I want Kenny Atkins. You saw how good he did with that Nets team too when they had D'Angelo Russell. So I want Kenny Atkins.
They got rid of him kind of unfairly. I don't.
Yeah, because KD and Kyrie are just. Well, mostly Kyrie are a team destroyer.
I feel like having Kyrie and KD in your locker room is poison.
Yes.
Dude, those guys are snakes. They were definitely behind the coach's back. They never wanted him. They were trying to get him fired the whole time.
Yeah. But Alvin Gentry to the Kings. What do you think this is going to help the Kings? They can. I wish they can fire this Luke Walton. I hate Luke Walton. He's ruining this Kings team. Because there was the 9th seed last year, the year before.
How is he a head coach? I'm just
Walton?
amazed by the fact that this guy has a head coaching job.
Mm-hmm.
He's a clown.
Only reason why he has a head coaching job was because of the Warriors. Only reason why. Because he coached the Warriors for like for like half the season when Steve Kerr was like out with an injury or an illness. I forgot what it was, but that's the only reason why he has a head coaching job.
Yeah.
And he did so bad with the Lakers for like 3 years, even when they had LeBron. So
that guy's pretty good, LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. Some people say it's the greatest of all time. Some people
do say that. I was just about to say that.
And some people say he's not, but we talk about
who are hallucinating.
People who are hallucinating think that he's not the greatest, but
people who are hallucinating say that Kobe is the
greatest.
Some people who are hallucinating does say Kobe is the greatest.
There are people really out there who think Kobe Bryant is a top 8 great player. Or no, he is 8.
I only have him in my top 5, but
I don't have him in my top 5.
Top 5. No. We should do that. We should do a top 5 real quick.
Next podcast.
We should get everybody for that though.
Yeah.
We need we need Connor and Schwab.
I'm pretty sure. I remember we did top 5, but podcast wasn't gonna release it.
But that podcast didn't get released.
I know, so we need to do it again.
We had the best take, like when I said Kobe Bryant was the Mamba on the court and in the bed, but
it's very wrong, man. We don't joke about that.
We don't speak
sorry.
to dead.
Not my goat.
Not my goat. But no, I know some people are actually thinking that Allen Iverson is the GOAT. There's like some people who's trying to argue with me that Allen Iverson is the GOAT.
Ow.
I don't know.
There's somebody out there for everybody. There's probably somebody. This is that's just not even a valid.
And there's some people that think that Kevin Durant's the greatest Thunder of all time, which he's not. But
who is
Kevin Durant?
Greatest Thunder player of all time?
Yeah.
Is there a greatest Thunder player of all time? Because don't you need to have done something for the franchise, like maybe win a championship or something? Something useful to the franchise.
True.
Not just having. I mean, no. Russell Westbrook is Mr. Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
He should get a statue outside. But just the way that KD left, no, you cannot. He'll get his number retired by OKC, fair enough. But
and there's some people that thinks James Harden's top 3 shooting guard of all time.
James Harden, top 3 shooting guard of all time?
That's just a joke.
Over Dwayne Wade.
Greatness. Maybe you need to, if it's greatness, maybe then James Harden needs to put together a playoff run.
Like he always choked in the playoffs. Even when he was in the finals that one year, he went out going to the club in Miami, and then he always played terrible in the finals.
Yeah.
Who's number 3 shooting guard of all time? Like greatness.
The greatest?
Greatness besides MJ and Kobe. I'd say yeah, those two, 1 and
Let's
2.
say Wade's third.
Yeah, Wade's got to be up there.
Is there anyone else that would
I mean,
be?
I just off the top of my head, I'm probably definitely missing somebody huge, but
Yeah. We can also say Allen Iverson's like top 5 there, but for shooting guards. But
Yeah, yeah. He was nowhere near as what's it? I don't know, like as good of a obviously not as good of a shooter, but like I can't think of a word to like
who are you comparing him to?
AI and James Harden. AI was more like of a
and what about Ray
They
Allen?
have the same accomplishments. They have 1 MVP.
Ray Allen, is he top 5 shooting guard or top 10?
top 10, yeah.
Top 10. I'd have to look at the list because there's definitely people that we're missing that we're not even thinking about.
Yeah.
Probably some guys that have some rings and maybe even an MVP. Some older guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So, yeah, that's all we have for basketball right now. Let's get over with baseball with you guys. You guys got anything for baseball playoffs and stuff?
Oh,
I
we
know.
got-
I know that the Yankees got out. Yeah, I'm
Surprisingly.
happy about that.
There's
Surprisingly.
something wrong with the Aroldis Chapman.
He sells every
He
single
sells
year.
every playoffs.
Yeah.
He's told the Yankees 2 years in a row now.
Dodgers
Back when
winning
the
it
Cubs
all.
were in the World Series. If you can remember the Cubs in the World Series and they were up 3-1, and no, they were down 3-1, and it got to Game 7, right? And I think he comes in to close the game, and the guy hits the home run to tie it up, which is like one of the most hype moments ever. I think there's something wrong with the Aroldis Chapman pitching in the playoffs.
Remember when that fake tweet that came out with Altuve? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
What, like?
It was like the picture of Aroldis Chapman after like in the gym. I don't know if you saw it or not. I don't know if you remember it or not. But baseball, let's see, what do we have? We have Astros,
Teams that got eliminated. Marlins got eliminated.
Marlins,
swiftly.
Yankees, Padres, and
Who did
Athletics.
the Athletics beat? No, Athletics lost.
Lost.
Oh, that's such a
Swept.
shame.
They got swept
That's a shame.
by the Astros.
Braves. It pains me to say this, but they're a low-key pick to win the championship.
That NLCS is.
I don't want to help anybody. I don't want to say anything about the Braves or whatnot, but
That team's good.
I don't want them to succeed, but they're so good, and I bet they could win Game 1 tonight with Max Fried. That kid is so good.
Dodgers in 5.
You think the Braves only win 1 game versus the Dodgers?
Oh, was it a 7-game series this
Yeah,
time?
it's a 7-game series.
Oh,
Give me Braves in 7.
Dodgers,
In 7.
Dodgers in 7. 7. Not Manny says Dodgers in 6, right?
I just like number 6 like that in playoff series like that. I said Lakers in 6. I was right. So
I said Lakers in 6 too. Dodgers in 6, and then Astros versus Rays.
Rays are gonna win
Rays
the
already
series.
up. Rays already up 1-0. I think Rays in 5 would be.
Yeah, Rays in 5. They're
Or
just they're a better.
maybe even 6, and then Dodgers in 7. Dodgers in 7, Rays in 6.
So we will have Rays versus
Dodgers and Braves, obviously.
Braves World Series. Rays versus Braves World Series. Okay, I'm telling you that right now.
I've raised Dodgers.
And then I hope the Rays win, honestly, because I can't watch the Braves in the World Series. I cannot watch the Nationals win and then the Braves win while we haven't made the playoffs.
But you
Yeah.
can't watch the Dodgers win.
I could care less if the Dodgers win. You guys haven't won a World Series since 1988. You've had so many good teams, but you never won since 1988.
I know.
Same, the Giants have had like 3. Had 3 in the 2010s. Yeah. So you guys are an embarrassment. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, Bryce Harper, how's he doing for you guys?
Not
It's
bad.
baseball. It's baseball. If there's a sport where one player doesn't impact the game as much, it's baseball. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Even if you're the star ace, you pitch once every 5 games. Even if you're the best hitter, you hit 1 out of 9 times. You can't do that much.
1 out of 9.
No,
Oh,
no.
I thought you meant average. I was like, oh,
No, through like a rotation.
yeah, okay. You hit 1 out of 9 times and
You
usually.
hit 4 times a game.
Yeah, and a good game, you hit a good game. You have 2 or 3 out of the 4.
Yeah.
Like a really good game.
So baseball, some nights you just don't get to impact the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else for baseball, but betting locks. I think
I mean, wait, when does the first baseball game start today? It might have already started, which would be a shame because I had a lock.
It may not also. Yep, Rays are up 3-0 in the top of the third.
I said the over 8 was a lock. Nobody agreed with me though. Such a shame.
Such a shame. We'll see. But what else?
Hey, what else
Betting-
we got on the agenda?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, that is it. That is the last thing. College football. Navy -2.5 this weekend versus East Carolina. This is the easiest lock I've ever made. This is easy. Then I'll give you another one. I'll give you a bonus. Georgia Southern -28.5 points versus UMass. Take those to the bank and you'll be a rich man, okay? So let's get that bread.
In the football, we had a good week on football. 4 for 4, I think.
We had a great week on football. We had Cardinals -7. We had Panthers to win outright. We had Raiders +13.5. We had
Dolphins plus 8.5.
Dolphins +8.5. We still have a teaser going into Monday night.
Saints need to win by 1.
2.5.
To win, basically.
They're -2.5. No.
Yeah, I forgot to say the
Yeah,
Seattle Storm won the WNBA.
I'm looking at the current update for.
yeah.
Wow, Manny, that's amazing.
I
I'm looking
know.
at the current spread for the Saints Chargers tonight. It's -7, so I just figured.
Yeah, no, but it moved because Michael Thomas is out
Yeah.
for non-injury related reasons.
If I pull this trade off, I might have a chance because that means Joey's team, who's first, will be going like this, and my team will be going that way. Because Chase Edmonds and Le'Veon Bell, and then I'm picking up a waiver claim. There's a sleeper.
Dude,
waiver
I have
claim
so
out there.
many rough weeks coming up, dude. I just need to survive.
Yeah, there's a sleeper waiver claim out there. I could let you know later.
Okay.
He's a guy to keep on the DL.
I'll keep it on the.
But he's my
So-
first waiver claim, and if I got first, it's all mine.
So is that all we have for today, guys?
I think that is.
Yeah, I think that's all we have.
Okay, so make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn those notifications on. If you guys are watching from YouTube, from Apple, subscribe and give us 5 stars. Spotify, follow us, and if you want to give us a voice message, you can go on Anchor, look up Don Tesla Pod, and you can give us a voice message so we can react to it next podcast. I'm pretty sure that's all we have today. Huh?
Let's go Oklahoma State, baby.
Let's go Oklahoma State. We're staying undefeated this year.
Oh.
Go Pokes. Okay, see you guys later. I almost have to end the meeting.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside.